And the same person you are.
I'd like to call the meeting to order. Let the record reflect that we have a quorum. All the commissioners are here except Commissioner McIntyre. Is there any need to say to pledge our allegiance to the flag again? We've done the flag. Mr. Peter has blessed the meeting earlier. We have a need to go into executive session, consult with the lawyers and computer people regarding a cybersecurity issue related to the sheriff's department. So at this time, we're going to adjourn. What time is it? 10:55. We're going to adjourn, go into closed executive session. Pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 55107107207. The record reflects 12:23. We closed executive session and reconvened in regular session at 12:23 after discussing with our district attorney and attack lawyers potential lawsuits or legal issues that require action on our part. So I would entertain a motion to approve authorizing the negotiations by our lawyers with amounts that were set forth in the executive session. I have a motion by Commissioner Brandon. Second by Commissioner Jacinto. Any questions? Mr. Mars is outside the room, so all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. It's unanimous 3-0. We didn't list the number. I understand, per the advice of our district attorney, that settlement negotiations are allowed to, until we're done with it. There's some leeway about disclosing those numbers. Although, how could you successfully negotiate if you throw in all your numbers around? Is that correct, Mr. Dillon?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's all we had in executive session. Who are these gentlemen back here? What are they at? Um, 17 got to do with that too? Yeah, 17. All right, we're going to move to item 17, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve the addendum, routing, road use, adding a daily rate of $350 for monitoring, and approved bond of $1,896,000 for road use damages, if any, at conclusion of the project. It goes back to the original. Because we had I believe, you had about the monitor rating. This is the agreement with that. Standard rate we use before, with 2 years up there. I take a leave of that. I'm going to sit up there in my truck for 350 today. Have a motion by Commissioner Brandon. Second by Commissioner Jacinto to approve the addendum to the road use agreement Is that okay? Y'all signed it, so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We have representatives from the Bahia pipeline here that are in agreement. There's somebody's already signed it, so that's glad to know we're all on the same page, so to speak. Any other questions or concerns? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous, 3-0. Are any of y'all lawyers in the group? I was going, good. So we apologize for keeping you here all morning. We're meeting with lawyers all morning on Zoom. And you know how the lawyers. That's a good place. Yes. I got a good copy machine. That's good. So I assume it's an original. We'll make it an original. You got it? If one of you got it, if we sign two of them, they can leave here with one option. Okay, I didn't know if you did it. Well, if not, the clerk will keep the original and she'll get y'all a copy sent to you. All right, the next item is item 18, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve accepting Road Bridge 3 culvert form from Bahia Pipeline for temporary install and later removal after job completion on D. Hales Road. What exactly is that?
We're going to, at the end of Bill Hill Road, back where Klein's Crown Oil ran, it's where the old pipeline used to be. They're going to have to cut the road, to go in there and put their pipe. So that they pay permits and they told to be able to cross the work and when they do the work. Like that.
They didn't hail still with that? With my sister, my mom was a Hales. Well, they were born So basically, this form that you have here, that's what we're approving. That's what we're approving.
Is that you all cut them roads? Sir? You all been cutting them?
Just this one.
Is it an accident? They cut right at the end of the road where the farm is. And when they get through, they'll put it on.
So what are we doing with the control policy? You're just waiving the fees? What are we doing?
Yeah, we're just getting permission to put the temporary culverts in. Okay. Format, what this is.
You got a motion? Sir. I have a motion by Commissioner Mars, a second by Commissioner Jacinto. So it's a temporary cover. When they put the cover in, they're going to be able to remove that. Well, I always thought that was an inherent God-given right. If I put a cover in my house, and later on I decide to take it up, I just won't be able to get to my property. Yeah, okay. Any other questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous, 4-0. Mr. Commissioner Mars has entered the building again. All right. Item number 19, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve adding D. Hales Road to permit 2024-489 for Bahia Pipeline for drawing. Other crossings approved prior and accept $2,500 fee for Precinct 3 Road and Bridge.
This is the exception. The west off.
Commissioner Natuno, second by Commissioner Barnes. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. It's unanimous. 4-0.
Where's that money go?
All right.
Where's that money go?
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Precinct Road and Bridge.
Item number 10, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve the 2025 holiday schedule. Wrong with doing it. Give plenty of notice so I can be transparent on this.
I'm making a motion to approve the schedule.
I have a motion by Commissioner Patino, a second by Commissioner Brandon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 holidays, but I mean, there's 15 days involved. Thanksgiving has 2 days, and so does Christmas. Any questions or other questions or comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, unanimous, 4-0. Item 12, item 11, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve 2025 Commissioners Court schedule for San Jacinto County.
I'm gonna venture out here on this, just with holiday, thing, and say that last December 24th, 25.
You're exactly right. You're gonna go out on a limb on that one, go out on a limb on that.
So you want to move it to the 23rd?
Probably not a bad idea.
Put the payroll.
Yeah, let's move it to, if you want to make that into a motion, that's a good idea.
I'll make a motion to accept the calendar with the changes of the Wednesday, 12, 24, 25 being moved to 12, 23, 25.
Have a motion by Commissioner Natuno, a second by Commissioner Brandon. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? The ayes have it, unanimous, 4-0. Let's see, it's September. Item number 12, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve the resolution authorizing signatories on the General Land Office Community Development Block Grant 2019 Disaster Recovery Program CDBG-DR contract number 2406704E228.
So what project is this? Commissioner, it's one of yours, precinct 3?
What we turn?
I'll make that motion to authorize the judge to authorize it, right?
Right.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Natuno, a second by Commissioner Barnes. Any questions or comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0. Item number 13, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve the proclamation for September 5th in San Jacinto County proclaiming Dorothy J. Harrison Day, turning 80 years old. I have a motion by Commissioner Brandon, second by Commissioner Tuno. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous, 4-0. Proclamation recognizing the 80th birthday of Dorothy J. Harrison. Whereas Dorothy J. Harrison has been a lifelong resident of San Jacinto County in the Oakhurst, Texas area, and whereas Dorothy J. Harrison volunteered and assisted many elderly and less fortunate over the years while being devoted mother of 7 children: Doris, Barbara, Adrian, Donnie, Bonnie, John, and Monica. Whereas Dorothy J. Harrison owned and operated her own beauty shop, Dorothy's Hair Fashion, for over 20 years. And whereas Dorothy J. Harrison served on the Oakhurst City Council until it was disincorporated in 2010, and now serves as deaconess with Center Hill Missionary Baptist Church. Therefore, I be it proclaimed that I, Prince Farmer, San Jacinto County Judge in the Commissioner's Court of San Jacinto County, do hereby recognize and honor Dorothy J. Harrison for her long life, prosperity, and the many contributions she has made to our county. Given under my hand the seal of San Jacinto County on this 4th day of September 2024. Welcome, City Crew.
It's a surprise. We have a party for her on Saturday, and this is a surprise. You want to come and present?
Sure. Where's it at?
Roadway Inn in Huntsville in the Boston.
Yes.
I think we did one for these, if you remember, Judge.
One we did not long ago, somebody turned 90 years.
They and Grady went.
We went to Miss Jimmy Lee Jenkins at her home in Raging Hill Community. She turned 104 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's been a number of years ago. But, Number 14, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve the change order for Dillon Construction, Inc.
This on jail
For
roof.
the jail roof repair. Let's see, it says, please have Commissioner's Court sign, witness, and date the bottom of change order number 1 for extra work, and sign, witness, and date change order number 2 for extra bond. I have attached the scope of work for the extra work for their review. I also need attachment A on my contract for the initial on all 3 pages, and signed and witnessed on the bottom of page 3. Judge Faulkner and I signed and executed the actual contract, but we didn't execute Exhibit A, or Attachment A, which has the contract pricing, weather, tightness, warranty, and original bond amounts. The actual contract does not have the pricing, it just refers to Attachment A. Well, if it's attached, I mean, I guess it's overkill for the initial every page. Some people do that. That makes him happy. I don't see a big problem with that. Change order. The original contract amount is $346,836. the change order, rework eve, move purlings down from peak and weld on rollover plates. Description of work per letter 8/12/24. That's $56,270. The weather tightness warranty and bond is $24,032. We'll change the contract from $346,836 to $427,138. Change order number 1. On Thursday, August 8th, I took the crew by the project, get final field measurements so we could order the material as soon as we got our contract signed. During the time on the project, we opened the roof at the eve of the building in 5 different locations and the bridge in 3 different locations to see how the structure was installed and designed by the previous builder. We also took off one of the sheets over the HVAC unit to see how big we had to make the roof curves and a removable roof cover for the roofing equipment. While we had the roof open, we crawled inside the attic area over the original jail on the northeast side of the ridge. While inside, we checked the distance between each main rafter to determine spacing for banding the ridge. While inside, we checked for banding required and for standing seam roof. This banding is required to keep the purlings from rolling over since the TS324 standing seam roof panels do not attach directly to the purlings. This is required. Problems found during the inspection was that not seen from up on top or from inside the day we did the pre-construction walkthrough. It was dark inside and raining outside during the pre-construction walkthrough. First deficiency, we found that even though the design worked and was functional for the previous roof, it does not meet the requirements for the TS324 standing seam roof that we will be installing. The top course of the block walls at the eaves are in fact a bond beam. The structure installed on top of the bond beam is not sufficient to support and meet the uplift requirements for the wind loads. They used a 1-inch subgirth that I believe is no more than 20 gauge or maybe 18 steel, and not sure what kind of fasteners that were used. This member is an 8-inch back from outside of wall on the original jail and 12-inch back from the outer wall on the phase 2 and 12-inch to 13-inch back on the phase 3. This needs to be 14 gauge material and out at the edge of the outer face of the block brick wall. The remedy: to do this, we will need to install a 13-inch by 4-inch angle on top of the existing block wall. I don't know if I've ever seen a 13 by 4, but that's a big old, that 13 inches is going to lay on top of that block so they can fasten that down. That's the way they should have had a cap on that to begin with. On the top of the brick wall, or block wall, and fasten it to the face of the block wall with masonry anchors every 5 feet into the bond beam where we can. Also, we will install masonry Tech screws through the new angle through the existing hat section into the existing bond beam. There's no cap on there, it's just kind of laid up on top of the brick. That's what caused it to separate, apparently. Third deficiency, second deficiency we found was that purlings were not welded to correctly to the rafters, like a word's missing there. This again is not a problem with exposed fastener R panel roof, where purlins are supported by the roof panels, but with a floating standing seam roof, the panels can roll over with expansion and contraction. Remedy, therefore, there needs to be either a clip welded from the rafter to the purling or an additional sag straps fastened to the top of the purling and to both sides down to rafter. We recommend installing welded clips on each side of each purling in phase 1 only. Phase 2 and phase 3 look to be okay. Phase 1 is the original roof, the one that's 30 years old. It's got all the little coating to it, so on. That was over at the top of the concrete roof in the original 10-man facility. Third deficiency, when opening up the ridge in all 3 phases, we found that the peak purlins were not far enough apart for the expansion and contraction of the standing seam roof panels. The spacing at the ridge from web of purlin on one side to peak of building should be 1 foot 2 inch on each side, so 2 foot 4 inch from the web of peak purling on one side to web of purling on opposite side. Again, this wasn't a problem with the R-panel roofs on phase 1 and phase 3, but now that we're installing a standing seam roof, we need space for the backup plate and the top floating roof clip to work properly. They will foul each other. Rec room will be okay, not enough movement. Remedy, remove existing purlins from both sides of ridge and move them downhill to allow for proper expansion and contraction of the roof system. I'm sorry, I just found the second page. Dillon Construction cannot be responsible for existing structure design or erection of this structure, but we can't do our work and guarantee our work unless these items are taken care of. Total add to our previous quote would be $56,270, and then total add for additional bond is $1,352. I guess bonds based on the value. If you raise the value, then bondsmen got to eat, they get a little extra too. I think I have a motion by Commissioner Green.
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Mars. Any other questions?
Hey, I got a comment.
Yes,
Just
sir.
on this, jail alone. Right now, we're up to, with the work the DP's already done, the air conditioners we gotta buy, the switches for the generators. Total costs are up to about $480,000.
Well, we got to do it.
I know, I'm just saying, I just want everybody to know what we're up to so far.
I'm glad you mentioned the switches. That was another part of the problem. He's already ordered some stuff
Yes.
on that.
Yes,
As soon as it's in, that will be installed.
we're ready to go.
Maybe we can get this thing all together.
I think he's been doing a bunch of repairs over there inside that we gotta take it to. You know, some minor stuff needs to be done, so once we get it rolling, ready to go.
All right, any other comments? Thank you, sir. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0.
Your project.
So,
It looks good. I mean, that's what we're doing. Keeps each property owner, as long as you.
9/4/24/17. And there's a place that says witness by, I think that's you.
homes or seven?
Oh, let's say, we gotta do this 3 times. No place to sign. I guess he said something about initially. I didn't do enough initially. So let's do some initially. He's got to sign it. He doesn't have to.
It looks good. Good. Okay, all of them. Okay. All look good.
Item number 15, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve a variance for Craig Jackson and Gloria Hicks to divide 7.26 acres into 3.72 acre tract and a 3.79 acre tract.
So both properties have enough footage, they're on State Highway 19. They have 5-foot drainage around both exterior lots. I don't know who they are, I haven't talked to them yet, this is a surveyor. Do you know a Craig Jackson or a Laura Hicks?
I know Craig Jackson, he lives out in, yeah, lives in precinct 3, and his wife worked, but it's not the same Craig Jackson. Is he kin to Gerald Jackson, any of that bunch? Doesn't really matter if it's a wife and old.
No, I've heard both. They're talking about the surveyor.
No, it don't. It's on 190, you said?
Yeah, the first one down at the bottom is Highway 19.
180 feet in frontage on one and 192 on the other. Got the drainage and, well, actually, it's on the highway side, it's 209 feet and 195. I was looking at the back end of it.
So, did you make it motion, Richard?
You said, I make a
Commissioner Brandon made the motion.
David Mark second.
Commissioner Natuno, I have a second. They got a place for us to sign.
I've got the original. I've got the original.
Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous.
Yes.
4-0.
So we did 2 signature pages, but they've got 2 separate field notes, so they can
Right,
survey.
that's what I was looking at, and then they're gonna sign.
Basically,
Afterwards.
yeah.
Serious rain yesterday. Glad that we didn't just a moderate amount. That made really helping their body. And all that.
you know them? You know them? Yeah.
I don't, I just,
They're close to your house.
right, when they were doing the surveying, they were on my property and on the Mitchell's property. That was the point, and then they were going down toward past, I think like toward like where the Mans live, that direction. But I don't know if
I never heard.
it was Borland, right?
Yes.
Because initially they were on my property, and I'm like, no, I don't, there's not 7 acres between me and my neighbor. There's 2 acres that's, you know, kind of wooded area. So then they went to Miss Dorothy West's house, and they set up there, and then they were going further east on the night.
East or west?
You know, I'm on the west side, and they were going east, like toward, like where past Mr. Richardson's house and a little bit further down. And it was on that same side of my house. So.
Item number 16, consideration, discussion, possible vote to approve transfer of $8,500 from road and bridge number 3 to road and bridge number 1 here. Unit 1114, 2013 model CC 20943, body style, 2500, two-wheel drive.
Commissioner Mack, just a while back, when I was working on this deal for monitoring, and he was wanting to get in a new truck and wanted to get rid of this. So it already has lights and everything, but the price is on mine. It costs them more for the lights and stuff on the truck. It's 2006, it wasn't working, so came up with, take this forward.
He's got a truck from 2013 and you're buying it for $8,500. Okay, I thought we were going just the opposite direction. So we're increasing the inventory instead of decreasing. That's always good. I have a motion by Commissioner Mars, second by Commissioner Matuno. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous, 4-0. Oh, I didn't read the whole thing. It's crew cab, car, white VIN number, blah, 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 blah. Primary use as a monitoring truck, funds from equipment account number 0523. Just cut that off. Split that. Sorry about that. Item number 20. Consideration, discussion, possible vote to change Sanderson County vehicle registration renewal from bi-weekly payable package to weekly payable package. Vehicle renewal registration?
The registration that we get for all the vehicles, we have to go through this process of holding a report and then getting it approved through court, getting the checks issued, and then going and getting the tax for the precincts, and then coming back and giving them out. So if we can do this weekly, it will speed the process up, and it won't cause any problems with the vehicles being without tax. Because sometimes they don't get them turned into us. And then
Vehicles being without tax? Is that what you said?
registrations, yes.
I don't know, the sheriff's been too hard on writing y'all tickets for expired tags.
Well, it's not just, it's everybody in the county, and it would make it better for everybody that we can get them, we can turn them around and get them back to them, so we're not holding off on them.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second that. I have a motion by Commissioner Zuno, a second by Commissioner Mars. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Ayes have it, unanimous, 4-0. 21, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to advertise for San Jacinto County 2024-2025 annual material and contractor services bids for the following items: aggregate rock, road repair mix, hot and cold mix, pre-mix, road materials, asphalt, ungraded post oak or iron ore, mined or unmined caliche, culverts, gasoline, diesel, lubricants, laydown work, haulage and delivery of materials, cement, stabilization of roadway. When's the last time y'all hauled some post oak gravel? Oh, really? I didn't know. I have a motion by Commissioner Brandon.
I'll second, but I had to change, I want to change on something you added to the cement. We need to have lime / fly ash. Cement / lime / fly ash.
Stabilize, same.
Lime, cement, lime, and what else?
Fly ash.
Lime,
Fly. Stabilize sand.
No, no.
We're not accepting bids, we're going out for bids, so I don't see any problem with the fact that it ain't on there. Fly ash?
They usually do a blend of lime and fly ash.
Or, and have real metal, like concrete.
So, and then the other thing that Commissioner Morris has brought up was stabilize
Stabilize sand.
sand or stabilized base.
So two different.
One's base mixed with cement and one's sand mixed with cement. So, and it usually come out from like Vulcan or
stabilized, what'd you say?
sand
Sand?
or cement
Our comes out of,
or base.
He said stabilized sand and stabilized base, that's what he said. I don't know where that leaves stabilization of roadway, is that the applying of the different material?
That's the actual cost of grinding, mixing, water, and that.
Commissioner, so each one of those are two different bids, the stabilized sand and stabilized base, they don't go together or?
Yeah, they're mixed each other.
yeah.
So Commissioner, are you okay with your motion including addition of fly ash, stabilized sand, and stabilized base? Can I get a second? Got a second by Commissioner Matuno. Any questions or other comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous 4-0. 22, consideration, discussion, and possible vote to approve interlocal cooperation agreement for jail services. It's my understanding that Oak County, where we had something like 30-some inmates that, I guess I don't know what they did, they must have raided a crap game or something, because they had 12 new inmates, and therefore 12 bars had to go. That's a dice game, that's probably what I should have said. Anyway, they said y'all need to do something with 12 of your inmates, so the sheriff got on the horn and okay, now this thing says Tyler County. I guess we used their contract. I didn't read that closely enough, but you're going to be dealing with Beauregard Parish at $60 a head?
Yeah.
As opposed to 75 or what some of the other counties are.
Yeah, and that will take up to 50. We have currently 37.
Okay, this looks like a contract that Tyler County had with them. So the one that, and I should have caught that, I didn't. Well, we're going to take out Tyler and put San Jacinto County. might have to have a read.
Where's that Beauregard at? Sure.
Quincy, about 2 hours, the river, about 2 hours compared. It's actually closer than it is going to Brazos County.
Must be Ritter?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know exactly where it is. Paper mill over up the river.
Is it right on the way to the gambling house?
Yep.
Yeah. Was this thing, do you have an electronic copy of it?
Oh, what?
Captain, do you have an electronically, the word Tyler is in here all over.
I had changed it and put Sanderson County in there where it said Tyler, but apparently I sent you the wrong one.
You got a copy of the one that says Sanderson?
I do.
We'll get them.
I'll send it over.
Okay, I noticed, because this, when I get through doing it with my pen, it's gonna look a little,
Yeah, we're going to get the right.
that's fine. I should have, I just missed it. So, have I got a motion on the floor yet?
I made a motion.
I'll second it. I have a motion by Commissioner Mars, a second by Commissioner Jacinto to approve the interlocal cooperation agreement for jail services with Overguard Parish at $60 a head. And they'll take up to 50, the sheriff advised me. Any other questions or comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, it's unanimous, 4-0. If y'all, if she can get that one, we'll just sign it instead of marking.
Get it.
Boy, that should get her on every line I see towards the back.
Yeah, I apologize.
Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you, Sheriff. That's saved a little bit.
Put this one in.
Judge, mind you, we checked with no less than 25 counties within 4 hours.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
And some jails have room, but they don't have the jailer to fill it. That is the common problem now in the state of Texas.
Yes.
And in Beauregard Parish, they went up because they were charged 30, but since they got all this business, they doubled it.
Well, that's the way the game's played, I guess. All right, let's see. 22. Item number 23, consideration, discussion, possible vote to review reporting of detention payout for fiscal year 23-24 and determine to continue or cease the overtime payout for detention officers.
Judge, this was put on the Crown Task Force, handled it. More information, so I'll put it back on. Package that came out to y'all. One of them says overtime detention, and one of them says overtime detention year to date. If you look on that package, it's like this. Judge, it looks like this.
Oh, this ain't it, this is something else.
But it's in there.
Oh,
So
okay.
they put the thing and go all the way back and put the
I got you.
it's like this. Okay. See that one? It should say
OTD
Year-to-date.
I got it.
Alright, look on the last page, that's how much we paid out for the year. Page number 4 on that. We started doing this January 2023, and every year, near budget time, I bring you the report, and y'all decide whether y'all want to do it.
We gotta do that. We gotta do that.
Increase staff retention unit, that's supposed to help this, I hope it is.
Yes, maybe coming.
107,000.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
What is that, about 3 positions? Are we 3 positions understaffed? 5?
As of this moment,
I don't know what, you still put the feelers out to hire more guys, and you can't get guys or gals to come to work, you gotta work what you got. That's what the traffic's got.
we thought,
How many?
So why would we need choir overtime if we don't have any inmates?
Because they're working over.
That's what we want to know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, they're working over at Polk County, but they're getting almost an hour overtime every day because they come here first, they get the van, they're transporting trustees back and forth, so the moment that they get in that van, they're on the job, so, and then they have to be over there to relieve the other shift, which is gonna come back at another time with the inmates. So we're traveling back and forth, it's 30 minutes each way.
So why they got, I'm gonna ask, why they have to take the van, every one of them?
To transport the trustees back and forth, because we're using them to work inside the jail, we're paying the whole, I'm sorry.
So who watches trustees while they're over there? I mean,
We do,
so one of y'all going to get them, one of the 4 that's
No.
here?
no,
So what are the trustees doing here?
they're paying,
Maintenance jail.
they're paying the jail.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
And, trying to remediate them all.
yeah.
Oh, that's good, I didn't
They're-
realize, that's
they're-
good. That's way better than paying a guy $26 an hour to pay.
Right. And also, for y'all's information, we have 5 that are gonna start school Thursday, and that's basically a 5-week school. But when they graduate, they will be, certified.
Call Montgomery County and tell them. Call Montgomery County and tell them who it is, so they can know. Harris County, Montgomery County.
I'll make sure I do that, if you want me to.
I like this maintenance idea, that's a good idea. That shows some initiative, that's a good thing. I didn't realize that.
To catch up. I know. Wait, grass. Okay, so. And he said, "Come." So.
So didn't we project the revenue?
Making good money.
Yeah.
This year we projected 600,000, but we put in the budget 240,000 because we didn't have a contract and the inmates.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. We were, Marge and I were talking about expenses in the jail, what was going to be projected less.
yeah, we figured it right on that.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, that's what we try to do on most everything. You're not gonna hit everything right on the money.
the sheriff's office is right on the money. The jail was over just a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna be about 200 if they continue to go the way they're going on now. About 260.
All right. Is there any action?
So are we gonna leave it or are we gonna say no? So if each person is getting 1 hour a day, I mean,
I thought there was but two going over. Two per shift.
At least until we get back into our jail.
Yeah, it's two per shift.
Three.
2 per shift.
Two
Right
training.
now I have 4 on one day shift because 2 are training.
so what's gonna happen
Either one jail school.
when you send all them to training, what's gonna happen?
We still have 2 per shift. Well, there's 5 or, no, there'll be 1.
So Polk County's charging us what, sir?
Sir,
25.
Polk County's charging us $25 a day.
yeah, they're kicking us out. They need that
They
space
won't- they
for, that they're starting to fill up their own gym.
That's what they said. Thank you.
So I thought you said it was like 15 spaces that they did.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how many they need. I know that we had enough room for 30, and then they narrowed that down to 16.
So if they keep kicking us out, why are we sending people over there to work?
They're still our,
They're still.
Well, I know, but if you got 0 people over there, then what you gonna do with your workers?
we're gonna, they have promised us a 16-minute set, right?
Yes.
16.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
they're
we will
meeting it.
keep 16 inmates there, and those will probably be the inmates that come back and forth to court. Because right now, it's taking anywhere from 5 to 8 hours to make the complete circuit, to pick these people up from court once a week, whenever they hold court. Just one, and then we gotta turn around and take them back to wherever they come from. Or wherever they're housed.
Sheriff, there's a place for you to sign and the auditor to sign. Well, if we're not gonna get a motion, I'm gonna move on. Item number 6, consider approval of claims. Wait, that's the FEMA money? Yeah. The mythical FEMA money? Y'all seen the bills on the 79 account?
Oh, yeah. Yep,
That's the only bills I got in the package.
that's what they up there for a while.
I don't think any mine's up there this time.
I mean, the whole packet there.
It's just one, isn't it?
Just one.
450,
Court replacement. 50,000.
seen it. It's up there. It's up there.
Oh, Tuesday, I just said, okay. What are you looking at? Russell Bird, 15,750. It says culvert replacement. I think culvert was.
It's so big in the other day.
60-foot cover, 60-inch cover, 65.
That's a baby. That's a baby.
Yeah.
We said that 10-footer, 61-foot long, but they were 3 of those 5 acres.
I'll make the motion to pay the bill.
Have a motion by Commissioner Jacinto,
I second that.
second by Commissioner Moore.
We have a new form of budget amendments. Just a cover sheet.
That's a cover sheet.
I didn't see it. Not the same.
You put in some roads over there?
Me?
Vulcan, 27,000, 22,000, you've been laying it down.
You talking about on Oak Park?
I tell you what, I went down Rose Hill.
I paid for that.
I went down Rose Hill yesterday doing a wedding. Y'all been down Rose Hill?
Yeah. Paid it.
It looks good, I'm telling you, that's a good job.
Yeah, remember a few years ago, you couldn't go top of that hill.
I've been stuck on Rose
You
Hill.
know, what top of it, going down it.
I was late to the wedding that I was officiating, so I appreciate it.
That's $85,000 or $88,000 right there on Oak Park. That's what I do with my farm, that's me.
Yeah. We got a motion and a second. Any other comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. It's unanimous, 4-0. Let the record reflect I gave Commissioner Knockdown kudos for the quality of that road. Yeah, I picked it up on that. Yeah. It's a good road. I was amazed. Item number 7, consider approval of budget amendments.
Yeah, I only saw budget amendments, I'll make the motion.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Tuno, second by Commissioner Mars. Any questions? Any comments? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, unanimous. 4-0. There are no reports, there are no minutes. I entertain a motion to.
So let me hear, can we post another workshop for the budget? We gonna do anything with the raises at all? Sorry?
We also haven't done the salary part yet either.
No, that's true. Salary grievance committee meeting 9 o'clock right here.
Friday.
Friday, September the
Sorry,
6th.
I wasn't talking about that, I was talking about the salary, of people that have to go back to hourly salary.
Yeah, we talked about, that mandate, what's mandate, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I know we don't have to talk about this, this proposed budget does have $1,000 increase in every person. Elected officials and all, so if we need to repost, we repost and have a budget hearing, another budget hearing, another workshop.
It's just a summation of what we talked about at the last meeting. She can print a different one out every day. She printed another one out, that's $2,000 raises. I'm still trying to research to find, I don't know how you can do it like this 20 years in a row, and 18 or whatever the number of years is. It used to be perfectly fine to put your ad out there in the paper, and then once you work through the budget, whole process, and get input from the community and all the court, all elected officials, and we find out a way, we can save a little money here, save some there, cut back on this, so we can, because it just takes away the whole process. I want to believe there's a proper way to do that, and it ain't never been anybody's intention to cut out anybody's raises. This is about as close as I've ever seen to not being able to afford it. And I think we've got to pass that. We've discovered that. I think we can, because we're talking about a $1,000 raise is, what is that, $20 a week?
A couple of cents an hour, a couple of cents an hour.
Yes, ma'am.
40 cents.
So I found out
Y'all thinking we're gonna be, or y'all thinking we're gonna be, done with the rules by then and inmates back in here? 'Cause that 10 or 12,000 a day paying out plus not receiving income, that's $150,000 a month. That's what's worries me. I'm glad to know we're painting and remediating and doing all that stuff in there so we don't get the roof fixed. And, oh, well, y'all got to do this and y'all got to do that. Was there anything else that they told you we did? We're working on everything they expect us to
The
fix.
only thing I can think of doing is we need, power to the kitchen, 24/7, and even in a power outage. There's gotta be some, it may be that, I don't know.
They do have backups. I've never been shown how to turn it on. I couldn't have turned it on either, but
I know.
somebody ought to know how to flip that manual breaker. But EP is supposed to be having all of that.
It's all gonna be, that's gonna be fixed for the generator.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if the generator powers kids or not, I have no idea.
Now,
I know prior to,
Really?
there was no power.
I don't
to the kitchen.
know nothing about that.
Because every time the power went out, we would be forced to, get more bread, sandwiches. and
Well, I guess the cooking part is gas, but you can't, it's hard to
Can't see,
turn an edge if you can't see what you're doing. Why would they wire it up where the kitchen didn't have lights when they built it?
and
I just can't even conceive that.
everything in the kitchen, we don't have gas in the kitchen, it's all electric.
Are you kidding?
No, sir. It's all electric.
I don't know why I thought it was gas. Just,
You're gonna give an inmate gun and shoot? Yeah, really?
it's much more efficient and safer.
Have you considered the ceiling of the jail? Because the chief was bringing that up.
What?
The ceiling.
Well, I assume the sheriff's considering it, he's got inmates over there working, I assume he is.
What's that to do with the kitchen, Mr. Peter?
Oh, it has nothing to do with the kitchen in particular, but the parts where it's leaking, the ceiling.
I think that's what the sheriff said, got
That's what he
inmates
just
over there.
said, he's got inmates in there, trustees working on it.
Right, that's what he said, they're painting and fixing stuff.
Well, the chief is the one that brought it up to us, but,
I'm gonna tell you what that man right there just told us, just about 5 minutes ago.
well, I thought he said they were painting.
Well, yeah, what's wrong with the seat? They don't need to leave their steel on both spaces.
I'm just saying, the chief.
Anyways, so, back to my, so y'all sure, that transfer switch won't turn on the kitchen though, huh?
Well, it never has in the past.
But did it power the other parts of the jail, Sheriff?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So, that don't even make no, I guess.
It may just be, I don't know.
Maybe that sounds you don't know what generator run that, do you?
It runs, there's two.
Yes.
One runs front and one runs back.
One runs the front, one runs the back, and the kitchen's kind of like in the middle.
The kitchen's never been.
Maybe they did this, and they need to split off.
Maybe they get the kitchen hooked up.
Yes.
That don't make no
And
sense.
trust me, it's a whole lot easier to do it now, because when we bring the inspectors back in, that's one of the questions that they're gonna ask.
Okay, well, let's get this transfer switch hooked up, the new one, that's what it is, and see if that might fix that issue.
Right.
Did you said it never had
He said, one runs one part, one runs the other part, you know, whatever. Make that, I don't know, I have no clue on all the
So was it ever powered?
You
No,
don't
not
know? Now the generator's running?
not long, no, not since 14.
So if the jail commission approved it once, I mean, what makes you think they won't approve it again?
Well, it's either grandfather, variance, or something.
No, we completely remodeled that thing. It would have been,
We didn't have to power up to the kitchen.
We ain't got lights, we can flip switches all day long, they either come on or not.
I'll get somebody to look at that.
Yeah, I mean, to me, attach the wire to a wire.
Yeah, okay, yeah, jail commission approved that.
Hey, duct tape,
extension cord.
Now I'll get somebody to look at that and see what's going on here.
thank you. And it'd be a whole lot easier when there's nobody in there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I could ask DP about that?
Yes,
You didn't know?
he's thinking. He said no more.
Oh, come on.
You know.
He said, no, it won't work.
Yeah, like this.
It won't work.
Yeah, but you can't do one with one.
This one, this is no
This
good.
one, this one. Poor fella.
All right.
He got chewed out. He was without the sling yesterday.
Oh, who treated him out?
Well, evidently somebody told his wife.
And
And then she called the doctor, and yeah, so I think he's got a couple more weeks.
I think I had one. Didn't I have one? I entertained one. Got a second?
I do.
All in favor, say aye. Thank you so much.